There's a kind of poison that doesn't kill quickly. It seeps, quiet, invisible, like smoke in a sealed chamber. It does not burn the lungs, but it blackens the soul. It makes no sound, and yet it drowns the spirit. Toxic people are this poison. They do not wear cloaks or carry daggers, but their weapons are words, silence, manipulation, and shame. And yet they walk among us, cloaked in charm, bearing smiles sharper than swords. So I ask you, traveler, when a man casts shadows upon your spirit, when a woman speaks honeyed words laced with venom, what will you do? Will you drink deeper, or will you cleanse your cup? Will you bind yourself in chains of courtesy while your soul cries for freedom? You were not made to be a vessel for another's corrosion. You were sculpted for resilience, for clarity, for light. Hear now and understand. For the teachings of the ancients were not idle words cast to the wind. They are shields, forged in fire, passed from hand to hand through centuries. And today I place that shield in yours. A shield not for battle with the world, but for defense of your peace, your clarity, your sacred self. 1. Withdraw without hatred. The lion does not roar at the snake, he simply walks around it. He loses no sleep over lesser beasts. Marcus Aurelius spoke thus: "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. The toxic man may provoke you, the deceiver may wish for your reaction. But your silence is your sword. You do not need to engage to prevail. Walk away, not in weakness, but in wisdom. For true power is restraint. You may be tempted to strike back, but remember, energy given to the worthless is energy stolen from your purpose. Let your strength be seen in your calm." 2. Master the power of your response. You are not the fire they try to ignite. You are the mountain they cannot move. The storm may howl, but the stone remains. Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Let their insults be arrows falling upon iron. Their drama, a storm outside your citadel. You must become unmoved, not out of coldness but control. To remain unmoved is to remain sovereign. When you master your reaction, you master the world. Their chaos becomes meaningless, their games impotent. 3. Speak little, listen deeply. A fool reveals himself in haste. The wise man listens, measures, then speaks with precision. For words once spilled cannot be gathered again. The toxic will bait you into chaos. Let them unravel themselves. You say only what is necessary, then return to stillness. The ocean does not speak to every raindrop that falls upon it. Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue, whispers the ancient mind. Let your tongue be still and your ears sharpened. 4. Set boundaries as stone, not sand. When you do not draw your circle, others will step where they please. The Stoic sets limits, not to imprison others but to protect himself. Say no, say it with peace, and hold the line. Do not explain what does not require explanation. Musonius Rufus lived not to be liked, but to be aligned with virtue. Let his example guide your gait. You are the architect of your peace. Build walls where necessary. The sea does not apologize for its shorelines. Neither should you. 5. Do not expect the poison to turn sweet. One does not ask the wolf to eat grass, nor does one expect a scorpion to stop its sting. The error of many is in believing that kindness can change the corrupted. No, your kindness is for the worthy. Do not pour your wine into a broken jar. Do not plant gardens in barren soil. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, to expect bad men not to do wrong is madness. To hope they will become whole at your expense is not compassion, it is surrender. 6. Remove yourself, but not your compassion. Distance is wisdom, contempt is a chain. You must retreat from the toxic, but do not let your heart rot with hatred. You can walk away while still wishing them healing from afar. For bitterness binds the soul as tightly as the chains of offense. This is the Stoic's path, sharp of mind but soft of soul. You do not hate the snake for being a snake, you merely do not let it near your heel. Guard your inner temple. The world may pour noise at your gates, but within, you decide what enters. Your peace is not found in the absence of conflict, but in the mastery of your attention. You must cultivate stillness, a place within untouched by drama, by insult, by rage. No man can pollute your inner world unless you grant him the key. Posidonius declared, "The soul that has mastered itself is a fortress no enemy can enter." Let your soul be such a fortress. Make no room for the uninvited. Guard the entrance with unwavering clarity. 8. Study the source, not the surface. When a man lashes out, he reveals his torment. The fire in him is not yours to extinguish, only to avoid. The toxic person is often ruled by wounds, envy, fear. This does not excuse him, but it explains. And in understanding, you gain detachment. You do not fear a shadow once you see the lamp that casts it. Compassion without naivety, insight without entanglement. Let that be your lens. Rule 9. Use time like a sword. The greatest theft is not gold. It is time. Every moment you give to turmoil is a moment stolen from your purpose. Toxic people will rob your hours with complaints, with drama, with distractions. But you, if you are to live well, must be a miser of moments. Guard them. As Marcus wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. And part of that virtue is in choosing what and whom you give your life to. Your time is your breath. Use it to build, not to bleed. 10. Choose solitude over sick company. It is better to walk alone through storms than to lie beside a serpent in sunshine. Solitude is not a curse, but a crucible. The fear of loneliness is a great trap. But Stoicism reminds us, solitude is not emptiness, it is presence. Your presence. In solitude, you heal, you sharpen, you remember who you are. The crowd may be louder, but the silence teaches deeper. Do not fear the quiet. In it, the gods speak, and their language is clarity. 11. Reaffirm your values daily. Toxic people blur your clarity. They twist your compass, but your path is not theirs to command. Every day, return to your principles. Write them, read them, etch them into your choices. The more you know your own code, the less power others have to rewrite it. Epictetus warned, if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything. Know thyself, or be molded by lesser men. Let your values be the stars by which you navigate. 12. Become the example, not the echo. Do not argue with the toxic. Do not match their volume. Instead, rise in silence, in dignity, in radiant self-control. You do not silence the dark by shouting at it. You light a torch. Let your life be that torch. Let your restraint burn brighter than their fury. That is the way of the Stoic. And now, traveler, if these words stir something in you, if they open the iron gates of your soul just a little wider, then let this not be the end of our journey. The world is full of storms, but you are not without a guide. And no traveler should walk alone. Subscribe, not to follow, but to walk beside a community of seekers, builders, thinkers, those who choose virtue over vengeance, peace over poison. Stand among those who guard their spirit, who lift their torch in the dark. And when the world tempts you with its chaos again, and it will, return here. Return to this place of stillness, of wisdom, of shared resilience. But do not stop here. There is a teaching that awaits you in the next passage. It holds deeper fire. It shows how to master not only the external noise, but the internal flame. It is the key to unlocking not only peace, but purpose. It is a lesson that bends the course of a man's life. Find it, watch it, and rise. Until then, walk with honor, and let nothing small enter your soul.